How Israel and Palestine conflict will end. Uh-oh. Bro, can you imagine if they actually ended up figuring shit out between themselves? Bro, evolution would be like a banned word. Like, this would just, like, never, like, bro, dinosaurs, bro, like, that would just never fucking exist. Yeah, it'd be prayer in school tomorrow. Dinosaurs, yeah, I don't know what dinosaurs are.
Today, we are all united as one.
It is kind of impressive to me. Whenever, like, I look at, you know, I don't really know a lot about the different religions, right? I mean, I have a relative understanding of them. But it seems like a lot of them agree on a lot of things. I think they do. I think they do agree on, like, I'd say almost most things. But somehow, some way, they can just never see eye to eye. So it's the same book.
Let us celebrate under one symbol.
The devil is in the details. Yep. What is this? Is this it? Bro, somebody call up Biden, let him know about this.
The party is officially underway. Jews, Christians, and Muslims have united, ushering in 10 years of Van Halen. Out in the crowd, people are celebrating.
Oh my God. Is this the actual good ending? Jesus Christ. Can you imagine if these guys all got along, how fast OnlyFans would be against the law? Like, would it even exist for an entire day? Yeah, I wonder. Somebody asked me, this is a very, very great question. Are you going to watch videos on the Israel-Palestine thing? It's very interesting. I think you could have things to say about it. I think that in order for me to have enough knowledge that I felt confident talking about it, I would have to do that for about a week. And I think that a lot of the people that are talking about it on Twitter don't have the self-awareness to realize that they don't know enough about the topic, probably, to have a real understanding or a point of view on it that makes sense or is coherent. So I don't really understand a lot of the geopolitics of that kind of stuff. That's why I haven't talked about it a lot. I think, obviously, can we get an L in chat for killing innocent civilians? This is a bad thing. Whether Israel or Palestine is doing this, it's a bad thing. However, I don't know all the details. I'm not trying to pick a side. I'm not trying to say who's right and who's wrong. I think it's very complicated. And it's so complicated that I realize that I don't understand it that well. And it's not that I couldn't understand it. I'm sure if I researched into this and I looked into it thoroughly, I would probably have a better understanding of the situation. However, I don't live there. I don't have any sort of like, it's not my problem, really. It's just not. So I'm not looking into it. There are a lot of problems. Like my main concerns are things that are happening in my country. Those are the things that I care about. Things that are happening in other countries across the world don't matter as much to me. That's just it. Literally terrorists, there's terrorists all over the world. Didn't you know that? There's terrorists all over in Africa. What do you mean? Did you not cover Ukraine? I talked about Ukraine in a very general sense whenever it first happened, in the same way that I talked about the... and also I think that the Ukraine situation was much more cut and dried. Like, for example, like... Ukraine is not the bigger country, and Russia was not retaliating against Ukraine for like decades of like different types of like the displacement and like different types of like economic reasons. Oh, it was just a different situation. It was more cut and dried. So yeah, Yeah, people were attacked in their homes. Yeah, and I also said that was bad. I just like I'm saying this is bad here. Does anybody else have any more clever comments here? Hamas killing babies, raping women, etc. is cut and dried. Hamas themselves released the footage. Well, what do you think? I think that's... I'm not saying that they're good. When did I ever say they're good? When did I literally just said that's bad. They did? I don't know if they did or not. I mean, people do all kinds of bad shit during wars. What is this, some kind of a fucking shock to people? People are like, oh, they're turning off their water. Bro, like, what the fuck do you mean? Look at the shit that people like Genghis Khan did. So you think it's a big surprise that they're going to do horrible, terrible things? Of course that's what they're going to do. That's what people do in war. Do you know why? It's because a few million years ago, we used to be gorillas. And we're still gorillas. Why are people so fucking surprised about this? Of course they're going to do that. But don't you think this issue affects America? We're going to be sending billions more dollars? I don't want to get involved with that. That's my perspective. I don't want to get involved with this shit at all. It's not my problem. We send money over there to solve their problems. Then that's money that we're not spending to solve problems like homelessness here, drug addiction here, people that don't have food here. Those are the problems I think we should be solving. I do not care what's happening over in Israel and Palestine because I don't think that I have the right to. I think that if I am the government and I am taking the money from the people under the threat of violence, if they do not give it to me, I have an obligation and a responsibility that that money is spent back on that population in a way that is beneficial towards them. I understand that there is a larger geopolitical game being played here, but I feel like too often it's a game. That's what I think. I'm sorry, unhinged people calling for genocide in chat. Oh, people are calling for why is everybody, it's so astonishing to me that these like super sheltered fucking, like, what's the word for it? These like just pacified pussies on Twitter are astonished that other people are calling for genocide. Bro, they've been doing this forever. People have been doing this literally fucking forever. Why is this some kind of a massive shock that people say this? It's forever, yes. Do you think people weren't saying that after 9/11? Bro, they were going crazy after 9/11. I remember it. And everybody is very nice and very agreeable until they feel threatened, and then they're going to kill everybody in your country. And that's just how it is. Because they don't really care about you. They only care that you don't affect them. They will allow you to exist, but to the extent that your existence is annoying to them, well, then they'll just kill you. And that's just how people are. Because again, people are gorillas. We are gorillas. And that's it. Exactly what happened with Pearl Harbor and 9/11. Yes, you're right. And that's exactly what happened even with my understanding. I had not really big understanding. This is Gulf of Tonkin as well. Yeah, this has happened a lot. Because we assume we're more ethical than just murdering others, but other people constantly prove how awful they are in their true nature. Most people that think that they're more ethical just haven't reached their limit. These people have not, they don't feel like they are threatened, so they can afford to have those ethics. That's what I think. Do you think greed is more of a problem as well? I think that greed and access to resources is probably the main reason why this conflict is happening, not religion. Yeah. Yeah, I think that is the main reason. Now, religion is like, it shades the whole conversation, sure, but it's mainly about the resources. Moral superiority can only exist in a vacuum without conflict. Yes, religion is the excuse. Yep. And so, can I extend you a short video that explains the Israel situation very well? Why would I need what is the best case scenario of me watching that video? Did I watch it and tell you that you're right? Who cares? Who cares what I think? It doesn't matter. Why does it matter? Oh, if this tweet gets 1,000 likes, they'll stop the bombing? Nothing's going to happen. They're going to do what they're going to do. Move to a lighter topic? No, it's... What? Is this a heavy topic for you? You're not getting killed. Chill out. Quit being a pussy. Why are you such a bitch? Why are you such an absolute bitch? I'm totally fucking, this is a complete, like, I'm having a normal, average conversation. I'm not getting upset. I'm not getting mad. I'm just expressing what I think about something. And if this is something that's upsetting you, well, then that's too fucking bad. I don't care. That's it. So yes, it's a super polarizing topic because most people are very uneducated on the topic. Who cares? Somebody gets polarized. Why is that somebody else's responsibility? Somebody else gets mad. Oh, this person's getting, they're getting mad. Well, why is this my problem? Learn to fucking control yourself. How about that? Yeah, now now we can't have conversations because these weird pussies in chat don't want to think about anything. Yeah, we'll have to get you. Yeah, bro, like, I'm not about that at all. Your problem because you're going to give your money? I'm not giving anybody my fucking money. I'm chilling, man. And I would have no problem supporting relief efforts for either of the groups of people, right? Either of the groups of people, because the truth is, everybody knows this, that most of these wars and things like this are escalated by governments and the, upper society and the ruling class. Most of the people that are living their day-to-day life are not invested in this. They don't want to go out to war. They just want to leave them alone. They want to be left alone. They don't really give a fuck about this. And this is the same thing probably in Ukraine and Russia. I bet if you asked a lot of the people in Russia, what do they think about Ukraine, even with the fucking propaganda, they probably don't really give a fuck. They probably just want to leave them alone and not deal with it. The same thing with Ukraine, I bet. They probably don't have anything really against each individual Russian person. They just don't want these people to bomb their fucking country. It's that simple. 50% of Palestinians support the invasion. That means 50% don't. That's a lot. I have everything against every Russian. Oh, I'm sure that's going to help you out a lot. I'm sure that's really going to improve your life. Yeah, let me know how that goes for you. So yeah, people get very upset about this kind of stuff and get mad about it, etc. But I'm gonna be real, guys. That's why I haven't really talked about it a lot, and I'll probably bring this up. I've talked about this. I brought it up a couple of times, and people will bring it up because, I usually talk about current events, etc. I think this is a very complicated, extremely divisive, and really nuanced problem. And I think a lot of the people that are talking about it and providing commentary for it genuinely do not understand it very well. And even more so, I don't even think that they have the will or the impulse to understand it. I don't think they care about understanding it. I think they care about getting their way and enforcing their will on other people. And I think that's the majority. So whenever I say I don't really like talking about it a lot, other than, hey guys, it's bad to bomb innocent people and it really sucks for the people that are just trying to live their life. Yeah, of course I'll say something like that because I think it's true. But in terms of who's right, who's wrong, who's more right, who's more wrong, how should this be resolved? This is not my problem. I wish more people had the perspective that I had. And if they still wanted to explore this topic, they researched it thoroughly and actually looked at trying to find the truth rather than trying to find out why they're right. I wish more people thought like this. But unfortunately, that is not the case. And I don't think it ever will be the case either. Israeli organization reports on a situation closest you can get to unbiased. Well, how's it going to be unbiased if it's an Israeli humanitarian organization? I'm not going to listen to an organization that's made by one of the groups in the conflict for an unbiased perspective. It's just, look, and maybe they are unbiased, but that's the way. And this is the problem that I think people have, is they go into the perspective and are looking to, they don't look at it objectively. Or they, maybe I could be wrong about this, right? But they assume that they're right. And I think that assuming that you're right with these kinds of things is very dangerous. From my perspective, right, with information like this, I think you should go into it assuming that you're wrong and trying to find out how you're wrong. And if you can't, then maybe think you're right until you find some new information. There's so much propaganda. There is. So yes, obviously there's a lot of people that have brought this up. And there have been people that want to hear like my take on it, etc. That's pretty much what I think. I think that also it is disgusting the amount of people on Twitter that are celebrating killing civilians. It is absolutely disgusting. Whether these are Israelis killing Palestinians or Palestinians killing Israelis, the flippant nature of it, and the lack of, like, these are people that are tweeting this. They're tweeting this at a Starbucks on their smartphone in an air-conditioned building while they're taking sides between two groups of people that have been fucking historically oppressed, imprisoned, and fucking just decimated by everything around them for literally over 100 years. Like, this is a fucking outcome of the fucking World War II Holocaust. And somehow they're tweeting about this. Ha ha ha. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. Wow. Oh, this is so good. Get the fuck out of here. If you really think like that, go over there and join them yourself. And they're never going to do that. They're never going to do that. Because they don't really care. They're just these people with this sense of superiority for it. And I really think it's disgusting. Now, I know it's expected. It is absolutely expected. Because, as I said, people are animals, they are monkeys, they are gorillas, and we get reminded of that very often. However, it doesn't make it any less disgusting. I've been seeing a lot of this on Twitter recently. Unfortunately, I've seen some people that I know that have tweeted things that are similar to this. I find this to be very problematic and very disgusting. I think they should be ashamed of themselves. It's awful. I think there are some hate watchers luring you to say something controversial for clips. What's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Somebody clips what I say. It makes me look bad. There's a Twitter thread of a bunch of people that hate me. And then I go live the next day. I don't care. They can clip it however they want. They don't even need to clip things out of context. I've said so many bad things over the years. It doesn't matter. So for me personally, with social media, because I'm very impulsive, engaging with the mental crutch to not speak or write before you think isn't always easy. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Who cares? Oh my God, there's a bunch of people that made a tweet about you. Did you see the thread that's saying that you're bad? Who cares? The people are bots. They don't have any effect on me. It doesn't matter. Why would I care what some random group of people think? And I think also the reason why I have no problem speaking on it is that whenever a discerning, intelligent person, which are the people who I care about, I don't care about dumb people. It doesn't matter. It's like I don't care about like a dog. If a dog's barking at me, I don't think to myself, what did I do wrong? I think to myself, that's a stupid dog. Why is it barking? You know, I wish it would stop barking. And that's the way I treat a lot of stupid people, too. Actually, the truth is the dog would be better. At least you can pet the dog. And so anyway, these kinds of people that they do this, I don't really care what they say. I don't care what they think. And I think that an intelligent, discerning person who actually looks into the nature of what I'm saying will see that what I am saying is not bad. I am not communicating it in a wrong-headed or wrong-minded way. And I am acting in a way that is, dare I say it, good. So yeah, it doesn't matter to me if somebody clips something that I say out of context, because I assume that the people whose opinions matter, to me personally, they will see that context, and the truth will prevail. Because I think that in almost every circumstance, it does. And the people that don't think that way are not important. If it didn't bother you, you wouldn't be talking so much about it. Move on. I don't understand that mindset. So I can never talk about an idea unless I really care about it a lot. I think that you're right, that I do kind of care about it. I care about the idea that people feel like they're unable to talk about something in an honest way because they're worried that a dishonest person is going to take what they say out of context and then turn a hate mob against them. You're right. I actually don't like that. And I've had that happen to me. And for a long time, it bothered me. And it still doesn't feel good. I would prefer if it didn't happen. But the reason I'm saying this is because I know a lot of people out there have the same perspective that I used to have. And whenever they get shit on like that, it really bothers them. And I think that is what, can we move on? No, anybody who says that, I will ban them. If I want to talk about something, it is my stream. Telling me not to talk about something or move on, I just ban them. I talk about whatever I want for however long I want to talk about it. And I will decide whenever I'm done talking about it. So yes, the point is that I see a lot of people that feel like they are constantly under a microscope, constantly terrified that they don't want to talk about anything in any way because they're worried that if they do that, it will be taken out of context. I think this is a very, very unhealthy thing. Does that make sense? So that's why I do care about it. I try not to talk about things. It's the same thing with COVID. How much did I talk about COVID for people who have watched for that long? Did I really spend a lot of time talking about COVID? Not much, right? No, not much. And if I did talk about it, what did I say? And do you want to know why I didn't talk about it? It's because I wanted to give the space for the people who didn't get a C in chemistry to talk about it instead. Because I was uninformed on the topic. I didn't understand anything about the topic. I did not care. So I let the people who are experts on this know what they're talking about. And that doesn't mean that the experts are the ones that are saying one thing or another thing about COVID. All I know is that I'm not the expert. You said to listen to scientists and get vaccinated, I think. I know for a fact I never told people to get vaccinated. I know for an absolute fact I never said that. I did not say not to get vaccinated either, because I can't make that decision for somebody, and it's completely outside of my pay grade. That's why. Said people should make their own decision. Yes, that's right. I never said that. You said to listen to the experts and make your own decisions. Exactly.